talking about episode 9 of season 16 of Deadliest Catch. And it starts out with showing some of the footage from last week's show, showing the Northwestern, the Summer Bay, the Lady Alaska, the Wizard. It showed them getting out and going, starting their season. And then this episode starts out with the Cornelia Marie. And the Cornelia Marie they're up by the Russian-US line. And they set their strings in a giant square shape in different depths. Their opilio quota for this season is 400,000 pounds of opilio crab. So they set their gear. Then it goes to the Saga, and the Saga has 407,000 pounds of opilio crab to catch. And they're in Dutch Harbor getting ready to go out. And on his 6-man deck crew, he has 3 deckhands that have experience and 3 greenhorns that really don't have any crabbing experience. Matt comes up, he's the deck boss on the Saga, and he comes up to the wheelhouse and tells Jake that he has an infection in his knee, so they have to wait till the next day so Matt can go to the clinic and get checked out and make sure he's all good. And they have a certain window to get out to the Russian-US line. And the next day, Matt comes back and he's like, I'm good to go. They gave me antibiotic, get rid of the infection in my knee. So they missed their window, but there's just enough amount of time to get to where they need to fish. Then it goes to the Northwestern, and the Northwestern is steaming out to their fishing grounds, and they set some more gear in, and while they head back to the start of the string, which is 60 miles away, and Mandy takes over the wheelhouse and lets Sig and the crew sleep. While Mandy's wheel watch, all the lights turn off on the boat, but the engines are running and they're still able to move, and so she turns on the alarm and gets Sig up, and Norman, who's the engineer on the Northwestern, he goes down and Clark goes down, and they figure out a wire shorted. It caused the power to surge and shut off. So they get that fixed, and then they go back to sleep and get to their string, and their first pot had 530 opilio crab in it, which is really good, and so they keep going, and their pots are doing really good. Then it goes to the Saga, and the Saga is going out. They missed their window, so they have to set their gear way earlier than they wanted to, because it's just not safe to have the stack on board with the wind blowing and the giant waves, so they have to start setting their gear. Then it goes to the Lady Alaska, and the Lady Alaska's on the cod grounds, and they are doing really good. They're hauling in a lot of cod, and they're coming up to their 24 more hours to fish before they have to head back into town to offload their cod. And while they're hauling in some pots, the engineer on the Lady Alaska, he's running the crane to bring in the pot, and the pot swings and it starts swinging like crazy. So then Mac, the deck boss on the Saga, Scott asks him to take control of the bringing in the pots. And then the engineer, they're bringing in a pot, and he smashes his thumb in between the hole of the Lady Alaska and the pot, and Scott calls him up to the wheelhouse to get it checked out, and they put some medicine on it and then wrap it up, and he takes ibuprofen to help with the pain. And then it goes to the Cornelium Re, and the Cornelium Re is on really, really good fishing. They're getting 600 plus opilio crab in each pot, and each pot is like halfway or more than half full. It's just packed to the gills, and Josh and Casey are just celebrating, and they're really ecstatic. Then it goes to the Northwestern, and the Northwestern is hauling in their gear, and while they're hauling in their gear, Sig loses his throttle and steering, so he calls the crew to go down, and Norman and Clark to go check, and plastic clutch piece, it melts, so there was smoke down there, and it was all fine, but they have to go back into port to get their clutch fixed. So they're only running on one engine, port main engine, and normally you want to have two engines in case one breaks down. You have another engine to get back to port and get it fixed. So they're gonna head back to port and get their starboard engine fixed. Then it goes to the Saga, and the Saga is setting their gear, and one of the greenhorns is, once they launch the pot, they're throwing in a buoy. Gets dangerously close multiple times to getting his foot caught in it and pulled into the 34-degree Bering Sea. And one time he does that and he almost goes overboard, but he gets his leg free, and it would have been really bad. It could pull your leg right off, and it could also pull you right into the Bering Sea, which in wintertime, it's not a good time to go into the Bering Sea. Do not want to go into the Bering Sea, because it's very dangerous. Then it goes to the Lady Alaska, and the Lady Alaska is headed to King Cove to offload their pod. There's two ways to get to it. You can go a way that takes 2 to 3 days just to get there, or you can go through False Pass, which is a 3-mile wide area, and in that area you only have a 150-foot wide channel to go through, because if you miss that channel, you're going to beach your boat and do some serious damage to it. So you want to stay in that channel just to get into King Cove. This is the shortcut to King Cove. So Scott's going through the channel, and as he's going, his autopilot starts giving him trouble, and as he's going through the channel, he sees ice starting to flow in, which is dangerous, because about 90% of each iceberg is underwater, and the other 10% is above the water, so you don't know how big these icebergs are, and they can rip a hole in your hole. So he's going, and the autopilot's giving him grief, and it keeps getting shallower and shallower, and he wants to be in 20 feet of water, and right before he gets back on course, he gets down to 5 feet of water beneath the hole. They get really close to King Cove, and the crew gets ready to dock the Lady Alaska. And that is how episode 9 of season 16 of Deadliest Catch ends. And it looks like this next episode is going to be crazy, because a 200 square mile storm comes in, and it's going to cause all hell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the bell icon down below so you can be notified when I upload videos. Also, please share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching, and if you ain't dreaming, you ain't living. Don't forget to dream big.